What's up, people? We are back to the Doughboy'z playlist with episode 2 titled The Golden Era. This episode is based on the Golden Era hip hop, my top 5 songs from the Golden Era, man. Yeah, so pretty much the Golden Era of hip hop is between that 90s to 2000 time gap. From where Wu-Tang hit the scene to where Juvie hit that bit with that to the 99 to the 2000. From that to that. And I got 5 songs that mean near and dear to me from that time period to then. Because I went through a whole lot of shit between that time and to then. And that was from that's just childhood. The amount of stuff that I seen between that and then pretty much helped shape the mold of man that I am here. I'm here now. I am now. The first song would be, say, from the 90s, early 90s. Well, gotta be Snoop, What's My Name? That gotta be that hit, I think, I want to say 92, 93, 92, 93. When I first heard that, at the time, don't know where the sample came from. Just saw the video on that flat TV, the big ass TV that used to sit on the carpet. Saw the video. I'm not sure if it was on video music box or nothing. Just remember that video coming on. Snoop with the little baby braids and all that. In the girl room getting catched by her daughter. God getting catched by her pops. I like, okay, I'm digging this. Cause in my childhood and in Charleston, everybody, well, all the OGs would associate themselves with dogs. So it's like kind of a rites of passage. So when you get older, you tattoo a dog on you somewhere. I mean, that's a rites of passage, pretty much what used to be in Charleston. So I was just waiting, and that's what came to mind when I saw that. So when I first heard that song, all I could do was just bob my head. Even as a young mustache, all I could do was bob my head, and I vibe to that song to this day, like, cause that pretty much what made me. It makes me stand behind my name and everything. Like, you better know what my name is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Snoop is my number one MC till this day. So I believe Snoop doesn't get the credit as an MC as he should. Because Snoop brought so much to the table, and they like to discredit him because of the things that he do and say, and the not the choices, but the risks he takes when it comes to music. Because everything seems to come out dope. They criticize it first, and then they take the time to go back and listen to it. They were like, well, damn, that shit actually kind of dope. Like, Snoop was the nigga that you would never thought I'd see Snoop doing a song with Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson. You never thought I'd see Snoop doing a reggae album, which was actually pretty dope. That was swept under the rug quickly, but that shit was dope. Yeah, so What's My Name is number one. The wordplay in that is very sick. Wordplay in that, the beat was fire. George Clinton sample, and if you listen to the album cut of that, it starts off with the Atomic Dog intro, And that and shit that when Dre married that shit they was out of the home run out the park. Home run out the park. And that beat just so dope, and it got the George Clinton samples in it, and it's like fire, you dig? And that shit just stuck with me, and then right after that, he led with Gin and Juice, then Lottie Dottie, and all them other hits that he dropped on that Doggy Style album. Man, that whole album was just classic, bro. Then over the years, then you find out when you get older, you start actually paying attention to lyrics. And you hearing this shit, then the amount of wordplay he had on them shits, it's like top tier. And I still don't believe that he gets the credit as he should deserve. You dig? So, what's my name? Snoop Doggy Dogg is my number one of that. Second song, Master P, I'm About It. I was introduced to I'm About It from my uncle again, the same person who introduced me to Tupac, America's Most Wanted. He had the movie I'm About It. I don't know who he get him from, but me and him sit there, we watched that movie, VHS tape. That's old school shit. VHS tape. And he be like, no, you can't watch this shit. You can't watch this shit. Shit, me. I can watch this today. So I'm sitting in there and we watching the movie, and he been rewinding the movie. And if you seen the movie, we were at the part when Master P homeboy Bias, what he played, Bias played Kevin Miller, his brother in the movie. And they been at the picnic, at like I think like a little coming home picnic or some shit. And the nigga start fighting with his old lady. That's the part we been at. And he sit there, we had the old school VCR, then you had to sit there and hold the button. You have no lock button, you had to hold that bit. So he's sitting there winding the movie. So he finally get to the beginning. And so I'm right there watching the beginning. And that's when P was having a little round table with all the people he had trapping for him. And nigga said, you took this tour for Tyler, bitch? Bow! And that beat drop, that shit, another beat that's hypnotizing. And I believe P said Beats by the Pound did that beat if I'm mistaken. Bro, that beat is hypnotizing till this day. And they don't make beats like that no more. They don't. They had a little comeback coming back, but beats like that don't hit the scene like that no more. No beat grabs your attention like that. And with Master P, his rhyming pattern was so not simple, but it was playful but complex. Like he would say some shit that was real, but he would say it in like no disrespect, like a Dr. Seuss type of way. Cause you could tell like P wasn't no real like no hard no rapper type dude. Like them lyrical spitters. But he from the south, so he know how to get that point across. Country rap tunes, as Pimp C would say. And when I say that beat hit and that song hit, I couldn't even pay attention to the movie because I so resonated off that song. Even as a young cat, that song it hit so hard, and then the move was dope too. The move was dope. Quality was shitty. Even back then, on VCR tape, quality was very shitty. And shit, you still can't find this movie in 4K if you wanted to. Yeah, man. I'm about it, man. That me and X hop on that bitch and slid on that bitch. And that shit there, that shit had everybody, I'm about it. And if you fuck around and got an I'm about it bandana or a shirt or something with a tank on it, shit, you were the one. You were the one. Yeah, man. Legendary times. Legendary times. Number 3, another No Limit song. Here I Go. I first heard Here I Go by Mystical. We was on James Island County Park. Me, Pops, and little brother. My little brother. And I think my little sister was in the car. Might have been my cousin. And we coming back from James Island County Park going downtown. And we been in the Pontiac. Pontiac had the radio controls on the steering wheel. And if you know my pops, God bless his dead, rest in power, King. If you know my pops, if he like a song, he gonna play that bitch 7 times probably back to back. So you gonna know them words by the time you leave that car route. And I swear we heard Here I Go at least 7 to 8 times back to back from James Island to downtown Lockwood Drive. At least 7 to 8 times. And when I say that shit hit like a fucking punch to the chest when I first heard that song. The boom. And he didn't even have no speakers in the car, but that shit was knocking in that Pontiac so heavy. And I was like, damn. And so when I first heard that, then I used to go to Pop's house on the weekend, so it had to be on the weekend. So I'm going to school Monday morning, back at Mom's house. Going to school Monday morning. I get up, radio playing in the morning. Going to brush my teeth. What song come on the radio? Mystical, Here I Go. Clean version. C93 Jams, early in the morning. Pump it. Get to school. Hyper. So, Burns, elementary. Get to school. See my stepbrother. Dap him up. Go meet with the round table, meet with the fellas. Talk all shit here and there. Somebody say something to somebody. I'm hype. Still talking shit. Hype off the Mystical song. I'm hype. I take off. Boom. Still on, man. I still to this day. Don't know why. But me and Brett end up being cool. I ain't gonna drop no name. Me and Brett still cool to this day. Don't know why, but drop. Bow. I look at man and say, here I go. That has got to be the funniest shit I have ever done. And still to this day, don't know why I did it. Hey, but that's them growing pains, man. You learn from shit. Wasn't even no fight. It's just like a one and done. Just because me being hype, and that's the type of shit that music does to me. Music pretty much interprets my mood of the day. If you really pay attention to what music I play during the day and how I start my day off, It's the it's a pretty much a straight projection of how I want my day to go. If I start my day with slow jams, oh yeah, it's gonna be a smooth ass day. If I got crunk music, Petroy, 3-6, 8 Ball, UGK, anything, bust a nigga head music as I call it, I got business to handle. It's goal time. It's hustle mode. We going in. Leave everything on the table. If I got old school playing, it's a chill day. I pretty much don't want to be bothered. I just want to handle my business and go on about my way. I got old school that OJ's, that Gap Band, Isley Brothers, Atlantic Star, that golden era. I mean, not that golden era. I'm sorry. That Goldie oldie era. Golden oldie. Well, we said Goldie oldie. That era. If I got that playing, pretty much don't want to be bothered. I just want to vibe. Cause listening to that type of music is like putting me at a higher vibration than everybody. That's pretty much my smoking. If I play that, I'm trying to get to a level that no narcotic can take me to. I mean, that's the type of high I like. When that music send your vibration to heights that no weed can do, that's the type of music I can vibe to. So, Mystical, here I go. Yeah. Uh, what we on? 4, 5, 4, 5. Shit, I think we on 4. We go 4. We go 4. Number 4, Early Cash Money. Early Cash Money, we on fire. And boy, these elementary days was lit now that I think about it, boy. Ooh, we on fire. Early Lil Wayne, early BG, early Juvenile, Turk. Them boys, all them boys, me and my brothers and my stepbrothers, swear we was the hot boys. Swear, up and down. And when I said we used to argue about who gonna rap the verse on the songs. And the funny thing is, I remember when I Need a Hot Girl dropped, nobody wanted to rap Baby verse. Nobody wanted to rap Baby verse. Niggas, we would actually fight because niggas had to rap that Baby verse. But we always tried to fight to get that Win and Turk back and forth. That Win and Turk back and forth. Even though they had like 5 verses on that bitch. Yeah, man. So that We on Fire, dog. That shit there, that's another legendary song in my childhood, man. Cause it showed you that they weren't necessarily, well, Wayne probably was. You never know how old really Wayne was. But we looked at Lil Wayne being our age, even though he was older. We look at him being around our age. And that's what I resonated with the most. And still to this day, I still see him as the GOAT. I see Wayne as the GOAT. I mean, it's like, if I want to put it in a boxing perspective, I see Jay-Z as Ali and I see Lil Wayne as Floyd Mayweather. Ali will forever be the GOAT. But Floyd has done some shit in this game that Ali didn't do, and that will make him the best ever. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. It's a difference. It's like with Jordan and LeBron. Jordan will always be the GOAT. But LeBron is doing some phenomenal shit that might make him the best NBA player of all time. Cause he doing some shit, dog, and doing some numbers that motherfuckers will not see. Will not see. Now we got some prospects out there that might try to catch him, but as of right now, LeBron is doing work. And it's hard for me to say as a Celtics fan, but nigga doing work. But anyway, we on fire. Cash money on that rise. And they pretty much pushing No Limit out the water. Now Master P being the businessman, he trying to rebrand. He's getting that money, getting movie money. But the music ain't staying up on the business side. So he get movie money, get clothes money. The hustling side sticking in because the music ain't holding up. So Cash Money pretty much took his blueprint and kept going. P. Lee laid the blueprint. Baby and Slim took the blueprint, start building the foundation, build the house, build the roof. Then start building houses next to that motherfucker. For Lil Wayne can come with another blueprint, such as Young Money. Put the blueprint down for Young Money, put the foundation down for Young Money. For Drake and Nicki to start building houses around that motherfucker. For Drake to build his own goddamn house. Now Nicki ain't quite to that level yet of building her own house because she's her own person. But she doing her thing and holding it down because that's one badass lyricist too. One badass lyricist. Dope as fuck. So Cash Money, early Cash Money, those are some memorable days. And it's crazy to see how I watched the growth of that shit from the 90s to now. The evolution of Cash Money. That shit is crazy to me. Cause I see from the one them boy worked as a unit to when everybody left to Wayne put that bitch on his back and then skyrocketed that bitch. To see some people start coming back. To Wayne start shitting on them. To Wayne came back. And they start putting more people on. Then Drake took that bitch, then skyrocketed that bitch some more. To Wayne doing probably what they said, like 100 something features in a year. Whew. Shit. Legendary shit, man. Legendary shit. So that we on fire. That's what turned me on to Cash Money. Juvenile Hunt turned me on to Cash Money. But we on fire. That gave me that attention. Like, pay attention to this. Cause you couldn't say shit to me about Master P and No Limit. That shit had me stuck. To the point I was drawing tanks on every one of my goddamn worksheets in school. I was military minded. I mean, that shit had me focused. Like, as a young mustache, I was military minded, following behind the blueprint of No Limit. Like, yo, stay focused. Too young to have a job, so school was my job. Stay focused. Do your work. Pay attention. Not necessarily be fucking teacher's pet, but when motherfuckers tell you to do something, you do it. Stay focused. Pay attention to everything. Pay attention to your surroundings. I mean, don't be no bitch. And you gotta get gangster if it's necessary. Do what you gotta do, but don't go looking for trouble. And that's one of the resources that we lost in this new generation because these motherfuckers feel like they got something to prove all the time. I mean, there's no need to be gangster all the time. And we already know that half you cats ain't gangster, bro. But that's another story for another day. Yeah, so number 4, we on fire. Number 5, should I go? Should I go up north? Should I like go up north? Okay, number 5. Should I go up north? I went to the west, went down south, stayed down south for a minute. No, 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 I ain't going up north. I'm staying in the south. Number 5, I'm gonna go to my favorite Outkast song of all time. And that's hard for a lot of people to say. My favorite Outkast song of all time has got to be Players Ball. That's my number 5 song. So I was at my, I would say, play family. My mama friends. We were at their house. Grandma Booby. And if you know that name, you know who she is in the city of Charleston. You know that name, and you know who she is. Leave it at that. And that song came on the radio. And I don't know why that song, that shit like resonated with me so much at a young age. Because I couldn't understand what the fuck they were saying, to be real, at all. But how that song came on, it was like the beat was so groovy. And the girl at the beginning of the song was what caught my eye, caught my ear. I don't know what the hell. I don't know. I didn't say that because I was a young cat. Quiet young cat at that. When I hear that, that man made a facial expression. And they were like, oh, Lil B, love that. You like that? And I shake my head, yeah. And when I sit there and I listen to that whole song and vibe to that song, and I'm like, damn. Thinking in my head, like, wow. And plays ball till this day, that shit put me in a whole different zone. Whole different zone. Because when I hear that song, it takes me back to a place of happiness. You know what I mean? Of freedom. A part of my childhood where pretty much I had no worries. You know what I'm saying? No worries at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to school, play basketball in the yard, or box in the yard, and play Genesis. I was before PlayStation. Play Genesis all day. And shit, man, just living a carefree fucking childhood, bro. And every time I hear that song, that it just snaps me back to that time. And Andre, when he hopped on that track, cause like I say till this day, people are so overwhelmed by what Andre can do. Like Andre's the GOAT. that pretty much hold Outkast together, which I still feel to a certain extent. But Big Boy was first the actual lyricist. Because the way Big Boy slid on that bitch, and it was like diabolical. But then Andre came there and put his sauce on that thing. And number you could see that formed Outkast. And that showed motherfuckers, dog, that the South actually had something to say. Because we were known for nothing but Miami-based music, dancing music. That's all the South was known for until 8 Ball, UGK and them boy and all them boy hit the scene with our country rap tunes. You know what I'm saying? But when them boy went up north and told them boy the South had something to say, and they put that light on that South because people wanted to know what we had to say. And when they went up north and they did that, they showed them boy exactly what the fuck was going on. And they took the ball, and we had that shit ever since, to my perspective. Like all the views on this shit is from my perspective. I'm based on my opinion. So if you like it, fuck what you think. I entertain it, but it's from my point of view. You know what I'm saying? So I believe Outkast played a big part of shining the light on the South, shining the light on the South more because we had a little shimmer because motherfuckers used to come down south for like to dance on all our gal and all that because they had to go on tour down y'all. Just like Pimp C said, y'all wasn't making no money until y'all come hit that circuit down south. You know what I mean? Y'all want to try some music. Y'all want to do this, that, and the third, but won't respect the hustle or the music. So we pretty much had to put it in y'all face for y'all to accept the music, play the music, and like they say, imitation is a form of flattery. You know, I think that's the term if I'm mistaken. But eventually, y'all motherfuckers start to take from the soil, and that's why the majority of music out there these days sound the same. But everybody's starting to get to their sound because no one's, as of right now, no one's moving. Everybody's sticking to their reason because they have to. They have to because you're sitting down in one spot all the damn time right now. So where the people from the West, they drop music that sound like it comes from the West. People from the North, New York, and all them boys, they starting to get their sound back because they in New York. They ain't traveling no damn well. In the South, we holding it down to the soil. You know what I'm saying? Even all the, I want to say the mumble rappers, they even getting some lyrics in them because they starting to go back and listen. I can tell they starting to go back and listen, and they starting to put some words into them songs instead of just letting the producer get all the damn bread. Now they're starting to be known for their words. That's why I'm starting to respect some of these young cats in the South now. Because at first, I wasn't fucking with that mumble shit at all. At all. People around me will tell you that. But now, them young cats, they starting to impress me. Now, personally, I ain't no motherfucker to impress. But people know when it comes to music and me, I'm that motherfucker. I'm the one. I can tell you something slapping or something ain't right. All that shit completely booty, straight bunky. You feel me? Flat at that. Now it's tall. You know what I'm saying? So players ball. And the crazy thing behind that story is, dog, when I watched the Atlanta documentary and I heard the comments of that song, is that that shit's supposed to be a Christmas song. And if you really know the song, you know the lyrics, they pretty much played, they did, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. That's how Big Boy start the song off. I think that was Big Boy. Hold on, might get to it right. There's that. Yeah, that is Big Boy. And they did that. And even in certain parts of the song, they threw Christmas Easter eggs in the song. And I think it went on the Face Christmas album before it touched on that Southern playlist album. So that song, that will forever be my favorite Outkast song. Cause believe me, there's so many Outkast songs out there that's legendary. But that plays ball, dog. That shit there is monumental in my life. Very monumental. Yeah, man. So this podcast, episode 2, The Golden Era, is based on my top 5 of the golden era. Now your golden era timeline might be different from mine. Mine, yeah, might be, I might be older than you, I might be younger than you. So our timelines may differ. But that time period, that was pretty much my elementary year time period. So those songs, that's what stuck out to me the most in my tenure as an elementary student at Burns Elementary, North Charleston, South Carolina. So this is your gracious host, Booney. Another dope ass episode of the Doughboy'z playlist. Stay tuned next week. I'm gonna start doing this shit way more frequent. I've been slipping lately, so I had to come back and bring it to you from the soil again. So stay tuned next week. I'm gonna come up with another dope ass 5 for you. Y'all be blessed. And again, and I mean this, everyday grind, everyday hustle. It's more than just a saying, it's more than just a tag. It's a way of life. Take that and let that marinate in your soul. A way of life. Don't let nobody stop you. Nobody. Y'all be breezy.